Hey guys, this is Texas Tiger Diggs, and this video is by no means what I planned it to be. I actually did the first part of this with my new camera and its new, powered microphone. The one thing about a powered microphone is if you plug it into your DSLR and you don't have the microphone powered up, then you get nothing, complete and utter silence. So I might disperse a couple of the images from the previous video in here. You may have seen one already. I don't know how I'm going to edit this, but here we go. I did have this Detectorpro Pinpointer, the pistol probe. And you know, I've liked this thing, and you may have seen it in a few of my videos. I don't use it all that often, only because it's very unusual shape, very large, and very gun-like. Now, I had this thing covered in striped yellow tape, as you see here on the barrel, so to speak. I took it off because I had to do a repair. And the repair was here because these Detectorpros also have an issue. They have a weak spot, and they break relatively easily, and it broke here. I don't know what I did, but it does not take much leverage to break something when you have a long, narrow part here going into a body. So I applied some moldable epoxy. You guys have probably seen that ad nauseum with me, but I like to repair some things rather than having to replace them, because this is not an inexpensive pinpointer, though it's probably at or near the best pinpointer at going deep. But it is by design a little faulty. If you notice in the back here, and I've covered this in the previous video, I already had to strap this battery compartment down just to make it secure enough to keep the batteries in, because it's very brittle, and it's only a very small screw that held it in. So there are design flaws in this thing that really can't be denied. It could have been done a lot better, but you know, you deal with what you've got. So I have repaired this with the moldable epoxy. Before I did it, and you'll see it in the video, I actually applied some super glue, and I super glued it back at the broken part so I could put the epoxy on. It's hard to put epoxy on something that's loose, so I glued it down with super glue, which is very good, but it's not going to handle stress. This thing doesn't handle stress when it's not glued. So what I did was put the moldable epoxy around here to make a cuff. The cuff going down into the base here, the larger part, and then up into the barrel section. So hopefully that'll last for a while. I'll give you updates. But it wasn't going to last at all the way I had it. So it is an improvement over a non-functional piece, and it still works. Let me pop it up. Get my set of keys here. So you can't really get a good view on this. Have to get a wider angle lens. But you can get good distance away. That's a pretty large piece, but even with a penny or a dime, you still get about this far away, which is deeper than most of the VLF pinpointers. So I just wanted to cover that. If it had been built something like this, the Technics, which is also a pulse pinpointer, it also sucks batteries down like pulse pinpointers, but it is I'm using that out in the field a lot because I'm having falsing with my Garrett AT pinpointer, which I'm not happy about. So I have a little customization of that thing. I'm going to tear all that off and then see if I still get it. But I did hear one other person complain about some falsing with their Garrett AT pinpointer who does not have it tricked up like I have mine tricked up. So it's been giving me some issues. So I was going to carry this out in the field, but it just doesn't take much to break this. Just a little leverage, and then boom, it breaks like nothing at all. In any case, I just want to show you. I got this repaired, and once again, the moldable epoxy. I love it because no glue type, even super glue, is going to be able to handle that type of difference in body and length, because the leverage will always break it. So hopefully that'll make it last a little bit longer. If it breaks, I can always repair it again. I wish I'd have shown it where it's broken, because it was broken all the way apart, and the wire that makes up the virtual coil in here was just stretched out. So I had to stuff it back in the body and stuff it back in the point, and now I've got it functioning. In any case, that's all I wanted to show you there. Doing this at lunch. I haven't got a chance to go out and do a single dig. Just been crazy work hours again. People think I need to earn my money, unfortunately. All right, I will talk to you later, and you have a wonderful day.